On Tuesday, 6 days after the Union City Hall was raided by the FBI, the Board of Commissioners was scheduled to hold one of their bi-weekly meetings at Anderson Middle School over on the intersection of 18th Street and New York Avenue. However, the meeting lasted under 10 minutes, leaving a number of residents and concerned citizens in attendance at the meeting quite perplexed. After the meeting, which lasted approximately 7 minutes, Union City Concerned Citizens Group member Frank Alonzo asked Mayor Brian Stack what happened to the public portion of the meeting. Stack argued that no one stepped forward when the public portion of the meeting was called.
Mayor, we had some questions.
We called for the public portion.
I was about to get up and close the meeting, Mayor.
Sorry, I gave you plenty of time. We did have a public portion.
I was in the process
we have
of
a
getting
public
up
portion.
and closing the meeting.
We had two public portions of the meeting. After the
So
consent
Mayor, you're
agenda,
closing the meeting without giving the
also.
public an opportunity to speak.
Sure, we always give the opportunity to public to speak. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for attending.
Oh, come on.
Happy and healthy Thanksgiving.
Transparency, huh? Transparency. A lot of transparency, right? Come on, you're a joke.
Concerned
You're a
citizens,
joke.
why don't you go to South
Are you kidding me?
and ask
That's a
them
lot of
about
transparency.
Lydia Coleman and the
All the people
voicemail
with a
and
turkey
the
egg. Yeah,
disgusting
keep the
things
smile on
you
your
said to
face.
that woman.
Me and you.
You're challenging me to fight.
Listen, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. I have a question.
Sergeant, did you get that?
No.
He did say to you and me. I'm not sure what he meant by
No,
that.
you didn't. You just great.
So we document what he
Just
just
great.
said.
I wanted to ask him a
I'm not
question.
here for my life now. I might be frightened.
It was just great, we just read by,
No,
we just read the mayor.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, just now. Just read the mayor. All right? Keep it right.
All right, I'm here with Armando Hernandez, a Union City resident. So, Armando, for those that weren't able to make the meeting today, I understand it was roughly 10 minutes.
I would say approximately 10, maybe even less. I would say maybe even less time.
Okay, and now there was a little incident between you. I don't even really want to call it an incident, but a little, let's say, disagreement between you and the mayor after the meeting tonight. Could you shed some light on what happened?
Well, basically, no one heard that the public portion of the meeting was open, and basically, they walked up and left. They didn't want to answer questions, important questions that should be asked during this time period after what's occurred during the last few weeks. And obviously, he didn't want to face these questions.
With Eric Dixon, the legal counsel for the Union City Concerned Citizens Group. So, Eric, I understand you wanted to make a statement regarding the brief meeting tonight.
This was really a shameful performance. There were 20 people in attendance. There was a man who was in the process of approaching the podium to speak, and the commissioners and Mayor Stack gavelled the meeting, gavelled the public portion of the comment period to a quick close, knowing that there were at least a dozen people in attendance who were going to raise questions regarding the budget, regarding the recent grant by the Port Authority of a couple $1 million to Union City, and also it's no coincidence that 6 days ago subpoenas were served on Union City's City Hall. There's just no coincidence. I think that the commissioners and Mayor Stack anticipated that there were going to be many questions, many embarrassing questions perhaps, and this was just a conscious avoidance of the public tonight. So we're very disappointed.
City Concerned Citizens Group member Frank Alonzo. So, Frank, it looked to me that you were about to approach the podium during public comment, and then the meeting just ended. Was that an accurate assessment of what happened?
Correct. I was getting up to ask the mayor some questions in the Board of Commissioners, and he called the roll call and closed the meeting. Yes.
I mean, I don't know how much you want to say, but what did you plan on asking this evening?
I had questions about the CDA and how it's run, and questions about how the process goes of selecting the people that get their sidewalks and the facades done. I had quite a few questions for the mayor, but again, he claims to have transparency, and this clearly states that there is no transparency in his government and his administration.
Were you surprised by the brevity of the meeting this evening?
Very surprised. It was flat 7 minutes.
Deputy Chief Joe Bladler. Joe, so I mean, as you're obviously aware, when you showed up at roughly, I think it was about 7:12, the meeting was already over?
I believe 7:07.
Really? Okay. So how surprised were you that the meeting was under 10 minutes tonight?
It's appalling. I mean, obviously there were people here who wanted to ask questions about the ongoing FBI investigation, the chief's payout, and rather than sit here like a man and answer the questions, Brian Stack ran away like a coward. The man's a complete coward. He should be ashamed of himself. His conduct is unacceptable. He's an elected official, and he has an obligation to answer questions. If he can't answer questions from the public, then he should resign his office.
All right, and we're now joined with Emilio Del Valle, the leader of the Union City Concerned Citizens Group. So, Emilio, how shocked were you at the brevity of the meeting this evening?
I was very shocked because I can't understand how a meeting is closed down so fast when an individual like Frank Alonso, a member of the Union City Concerned Citizens Group, gets up, but by the time he gets up, the attorney that was representing the alcohol and beverage complaints was moving out of the way, but he took that opportunity to close the meeting, and he said that nobody got up. That is wrong. What is Brian Stack trying to hide? What is he trying to hide? Where's the transparency in his government? Okay, when we need to ask him questions of a lot of situations that have been going on, an FBI raid for the CDA, free rides for individuals, condo owners from the Troy Towers. So when is Brian Stack going to definitely start stating that there is corruption in Union City? There is corruption in Union City. This is not isolated incidents. Too many incidents with his ex-wife, with the car that she was using in the daycare, then Police Chief Everett stealing money from Union City taxpayers, because anybody who doesn't show up for work but's getting $60 an hour is stealing money. That's in my book. Okay, then he's got Brian Venegas. He's saying something in reference to bribing two Union City officials. Nobody knows anything that's going on. He's a 24/7 mayor, but yet he doesn't. Everything is an isolated incident. So we want to know. We want to know what's going on in an isolated incident, or is it Union City corruption?
I'm John Hudson with Hudson County TV. For more information, log on to HudsonCountyTV.com.